Does anyone want to do a quick recap of last episode?
Yeah, let me slide in here real quick. There was a party. Francois did a phenomenal job catering, and we don't need to touch any more on that. But we all had a wonderful time, and we reconnected. It's the year 2030. It's wild. Everything's futuristic now. I don't think we've mentioned a single futuristic thing, but that doesn't matter because everyone is happy and they have a family. Phoebe's a famous book author, and we have a party, and Francois hosted it, and there was lots of delicious hot carrot. And then at night, two moons. There were two moons. There were two moons. One was blood red. And then Phoebe like witnessed an astrological event of some kind, like something like streaked across the sky. And then Anderson found Atticus, who went missing, and she had been possessed by something named Sammy, and Anderson wasn't happy about that. So he was yelling, and she was like, "Oh, Anderson Rivers, you're such a bitch." And
Yeah,
then she turned to dust and flew away.
she turned to dust and flew to town.
We
Yeah, it's true.
also discovered that Anderson has a very heavy rain obsession.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. That's it's actually probably worth touching on because Anderson made a lot of pop culture references last episode. And
But like pop culture references from like 2012.
yes, the reason for that
Playing catch up.
is, yeah, well, the thing is, he was playing catch up. He was like living on Atticus's couch for like a while as a single dad. So he just binged like all this like media that he had never seen growing up. So now he's a little bit more hip with trends from
2012.
2012.
It's like
Atticus was
finally,
like
I've
sending him
caught
like
up.
memes from 2012. She was like, "I found this old meme archive. Here's so you can be in the know," and just like kept sending him old, outdated ones. So he kept using them, and she was like, "Haha,
It
I'm not
happened
telling you."
again. It happened again.
How does it keep doing that?
I was trying to move my
That's
switch
what the
out of the
fuck.
shot, and it just keeps ending up in the shot.
Anyway, the other thing for the audience, something I'm sorry, I totally forgot to touch on, I think out loud, at the end of last episode, if you're just listening to this in the podcast version, I didn't really say it. When Atticus slips through Anderson's fingers, she turned into dust. She quite literally separated molecule by molecule, turned into dust, and flew away. Um, which was pictured if you were watching the live stream version. Um, so yeah, we left off with Anderson watching the pretty little cloud of his sister disappear into the evening, um, and as he sort of watches that fade out, two sets of tires come squealing down the street as Phoebe and Cornelius, you somehow arrive pretty close to around the same time. Phoebe, I'm imagining you must have sped the fuck to make 15 minutes in five.
Yeah, you know how there are laws.
Yeah,
Yeah, Phoebe doesn't care about those right now.
that's so
She
fair.
she didn't follow any of them on the way here.
Yeah, traffic laws.
No.
Who I hardly know her.
She said
He said, "I've got things."
Traffic laws are only a suggestion unless you're on a state maintained road. So I'm not following any of them.
Unless you're me, and in which case I just don't care. Um, but that's the image. As you two sort of peel down Mulberry Street, you just see Anderson by himself standing at the end of the street under a lamppost, and no one else in sight.
I pull up to Anderson, and through my rolled down window, I say, what's up, bud? Where's Atticus?"
She turned to dust and then flew to town.
I don't know what that means.
She
At this point, Phoebe like runs up. She like bursts out of her car, like 20 feet away. She runs up, and she like leans against Cornelius's car, and she's like, "What's going on, guys? What's happening here? What rendezvous?"
um yeah, Atticus is gone.
No. Where?
She turned to dust and flew to town.
She like turns to Cornelius.
He gives like a confused shrug is like, I don't.
Okay. She
Fate.
flew?
Fate. Did Fate ever touch you guys?
No, not me.
I mean, we high-fived once, but like, it wasn't like memorable, I think.
That's why Atticus, she's possessed. There's something named Sammy is taking her over, and Atticus was chosen because she was fate touched, and then I tried to stop her and distract her, and then she turned to dust and flew to town.
Okay. So maybe we go talk to Fate.
We need to we need to go to my house first, please.
Okay. Get in.
Ooh.
All right, I climb in and I'm like, Phoebe, can you call Lily and let her know about Atticus, please?
I have to tell her that her wife turned to dust.
And flew to town. Yes, both very important parts.
Okay. She like gets in her car and I guess immediately calls Lily.
Lily answers on the first ring, and she goes, "Oh my God, Phoebe! Have you seen Atticus? Have you heard from Atticus?"
I did not see Atticus, but Anderson claims to have seen Atticus.
Okay.
But
Where are they? Did she hurt? Is she okay? Like, what did he say? Phoebe!
Atticus turned to dust and flew to town.
Phoebe, this is not the fucking time for jokes. I'm serious.
No,
Okay, she could be hurt. What?
I don't think Anderson would tell a joke this funny. She actually turned to dust and flew to town.
The phone hangs up.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Phoebe destroys Anderson on call.
Phoebe laying down a really sick burn later. Yeah, without too much incident, you guys pull up at the Rivers residence, where Rose is waiting outside the porch looking a little frantic.
All right, I burst out and I say, "Babe, where is the Swiffer?"
Where is your sister? What the fuck?
Babe, she turned to dust and flew to town. I don't know how many people I need to tell this to. I need the Swiffer. I need the vacuum. I need the extra Swiffer juice, please.
What do you... Anderson, I'm sorry. What do you mean she turned to dust and flew away? What does that mean?
There is something inside of her that is making her molecularly unstable. And so she grew wings, turned to dust, and flew to town. And now I need the vacuum so I can contain whatever sort of fucked up spirit is in her.
Okay. Oh, okay. And Rose turns on her heel and, like, walks blankly into the house, makes for the closet.
Yeah, I like scramble after Rose and I like hold up one finger towards Cornelius, like, wait, I'll be right back, as he enters the house.
You go in, and the first thing you are assaulted by is the sound of 3 babies crying, and also a woman absolutely wailing. Lily is having a full-on meltdown in the kitchen, where your daughter B is also having a meltdown, and your nephews are also having a meltdown. Just everyone's screaming. There's a lot of screaming. Rose is quietly just pulling the vacuum out of the closet, looking at how full of dust it is, and is like, ooh, it's gonna empty this out. And Boo is standing in the hallway taking all of this in, and he says, Dad, where's Aunt Addie? I thought you were gonna bring her back.
Yeah, bud, she is feeling a little adventurous right now. So me, Cornelius, and Phoebe are gonna go get her back with the power of friendship.
Oh, okay. Do you need any help? He like pulls out this like his legendary like kid cape, which, by the way, in this universe, probably about 5 or 6 years ago, legendary a man who was blessed with all of the powers of Superman and who was also from Wisconsin, became the world's first literal superhero. And Boo holds up this like cow print cape, and he's like, Legendaria always says that if you're really nice to your friends, and I don't know, do you need this, Dad? He's like breaking down.
Anderson accepts the cape, and like kind of ties it on, and then bends down and says, "Listen, bud, I do need you to do something for me."
Can I help? I can go really fast. Like I can probably catch her.
Yeah, you are
I can
quick.
probably catch her.
Why are you so quick? I don't have time. Listen, your mom and your Aunt Lily and your cousins, they are going through something rough right now, all right? And what you can do for me is you can help them. Anything that they need, if you can be at their beck and call and help them get through this, they would be grateful. I would be grateful. It would be, pun intended, legendary.
He like stares at you with shining eyes, and he's like, "I promise, Dad. I'll protect everyone here."
That's great. Yeah, bud. What's that famous legendary catchphrase he's always saying? What's that one?
Cheesing out.
What?
Cheesing out.
Cheesing out. He like shakes his head for a second, like, "Wow, that's who my kid looks up to." Okay, and then he says, "Let's cheese out, kid."
He gives you a fist bump, or he tries to like go in for one.
Yeah, no, I scoop him up for a big hug, and then I grab the Swiffer and the vacuum and the extra Swiffer juice, and I kiss Rose on the cheek, and I say, "I'm gonna be back."
Please come back. Please don't turn into dust, Anderson. I can't take this shit.
Oh, don't worry about me. A giant woman hasn't touched me, so I think I'm fine. And without another word, he runs out.
Rose is like screaming after you, like, "Excuse me!" And you exit the house pretty quickly.
Yeah, I run, throw the Swiffer and the vacuum in the back of Cornelius's burner truck, slap it a few times, get in and say, "All right, let's go."
All right, I'm driving. That's battery powered, right? It's not like corded. We're not gonna have to look for an outlet or something, right?
It's 2030. Do you have a corded vacuum still?
I mean, we don't like have a vacuum period. We just kind of like sweep. Anderson, my house was built in like the 1900s.
Okay, mine was built in 1986. You don't see me walking around with disco pants. And never mind. Listen.
Like, how many outlets do you think my house has? The answer is really not a lot.
Okay, if Atticus is not at the Red Velvet, you need to go back and grab that broom. We need all available cleaning supplies.
Okay, I don't know what sweeping her out of the air is gonna do.
Working with what we have.
Okay. When we get to the Red Velvet, I pull in to the actual Red Velvet, not the Blunkin.
Before we get to the Red Velvet, Phoebe, in your car by yourself, your phone starts going off.
She looks at like her fancy car dashboard. Who is it?
It's your brother. It's Griffin.
She like answers, "Hello."
Phoebe.
Are you out smoking a cigar again?
What? No. Phoebe, I don't do that anymore. Steve won't let me smoke cigars at bars anymore. So,
Okay.
Phoebe,
Right.
are you okay?
What? Yeah, no, how'd you know, Atticus? She just turned into dust like 20 minutes ago. How'd you know?
He goes, "What? I was talking about the moons. There's 2 moons, Phoebe. You just got to Zanzibar. I knew you were going for the book signing and like to visit your friends and stuff. This is fucking typical. What hotel are you staying at, by the way?
We're just gonna breeze past the fact that okay. Anyway, Atticus turned into dust. I'm staying at the. Wait, why are you?
We're coming. I'm so sorry about your best friend. I'm sorry that was. I'm sorry for a lot of things, Phoebe. I've had a lot on my plate. I'm sorry I didn't tell you about Suze. I'm sorry I didn't tell you about that was fucked up. I am sorry.
Yeah, that was kind of messed up. But like, seeing as how we have two moons and like that might mess with the gravity and all that, it's probably a good idea for you to be here just in case we all die. And I guess Seuss too, because she's pretty cool. Yeah, well, with two moons, dude. Like, think about the science here. Like,
I don't even want to. I don't want to know what's happening with the oceans right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm at the Squogert. Squogert. It's got like 3 S's. You gotta type in the 3 Squogert Sinsabutt Fancy Inn.
Sinsabutt Fancy Inn. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I didn't love the fact that you're going back to a book signing there, but I know your friends are there, and the first day that you get back, this happens. No, that town is so fucking cursed. We'll be there in the morning. Whatever you need, if you guys need any help with your dust friend, is she like okay? By the way,
she fucking turned to dust and flew to town. I don't know. She's just like, we got a vacuum and a Swiffer, so I think we'll be okay. And we're gonna go like see Fate, because she got touched by Fate, but like we're just gonna go talk.
Okay. All right. Well, you I don't really know what to do with any of that. But
yeah, no, that's a lot. Yeah, it's fine, but like, yeah, bring like maybe like a Swiffer duster, because we don't have that.
I'll go buy like 6 dusters. Okay. I love you, Phoebe. Safe. Don't turn to dust. I don't know if that's contagious. Don't turn into that.
Yeah, don't turn to dust either. So be safe. Okay. Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
And you hang up.
And she hangs up her fancy car phone, but it's like an actual car phone, like from the 80s.
Like
they
brought those back
in 2026.
They brought them back.
Yeah. Sorry, my year it was a little off, but yeah, 2025. You're right.
They came back in like December of 2025, but no one actually like owned them. Like they weren't installable until about midway through 26.
Yeah, exactly. But Phoebe has one now.
They had to change all the phone laws for it. It's really confusing. They're still backed up in the.
There's laws saying you can't be on the phone and driving, but then they put the phones into the car, so they had to change the laws.
I knew that when we jumped into the future, there was going to be shit like this.
Yeah.
Like, I had a whole speech prepared for the start of season 3 where it was going to be like, I can't wait to see what horrible things you all improvise into the future. The return of car phones was not on my radar.
We're bringing back retro, baby.
Phoebe, I don't know if Phoebe's like a pioneer or if this is I think it's an actual thing.
It can be an actual thing.
Yeah.
Huge. Cool. Anderson wants one, but he can't afford it yet.
No.
They're like crazy expensive too, just because you have to install them. Like they don't come with the cars.
Oh my god. All right, so we pull up.
You guys pull up to the Red Velvet. The street is pretty deserted. I mean, granted it's an alley, but all around you, like nothing's open. No one's really around. It's really quiet.
All right. I burst out of the car, run up to the door, and attempt to kick it in.
Great. Make a strength check for me.
That is a hard success.
Hard success. Great. You go to kick the door in at the same time that someone's opening it. So you as the door like squeaks open just a little bit, you manage to kick it open with all of your strength, and you hear the door slam against the inside and someone go, "Oh!" As a whole horde of these little gnomes with these large curved black knives are staring you down, and they stare at you a little shocked for a second, and then specifically lock eyes with you, Phoebe, and you, Cornelius, and they go, oh, it's just these guys. Yeah. And they clear a path, and they're like, she's waiting for you.
She
Oh,
Oh,
Cool.
that's
that's different.
Oh, yeah, hurry up.
unexpected.
Hurry up.
Okay. I
Okey.
usher Anderson in.
Yeah, I'm like walking down. I turn like I feel like we're all walking single file, and I turn back towards Cornelius and Phoebe, and I'm like, "That was wow! I thought thought there was gonna be more of an encounter there."
Yeah, this is
I
not
did too.
typical.
Normally they normally you have to bribe him with iced coffee, but Blunkin's not open. That's weird. Anyway.
Also, did you guys see the knives? Like, what is
Yeah,
happening?
I'm gonna just pretend that that's maybe something to do with they're going to war with the second moon, and I'm just not gonna think about it.
If anyone's gonna go to war, it's probably gonna be the elves.
I want you guys to know that as you're walking down, the red velvet is a little different. First of all, you don't just like pass a couple of elves who cleared the way for you. I'm talking like all the way down. There is a line basically that you are walking right down the middle of, single file, but you are surrounded by these little fucking gnomes, like standing in formation, holding these large curved black knives, and none of them are looking at you. But
Yeah, no,
they
I'm
lead.
I'm definitely convinced they're going to war with the moon.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
This line actually leads directly to Fate's door, which you can see is partially ajar for the first time. The other thing to note is as you're walking and you're weirded out by this chill atmosphere, it dawns on you that it's nearly deathly silent in here, aside from your footsteps. There are no people, there are no bartenders, no ghosts. The whole red velvet is more or less empty, save for one slot machine. Somewhere in this massive complex, one slot machine sounds like it's going off. But otherwise, there is no one in here save for you and these fucking freaked out looking little elf guys.
Can I take a peep and little gander around, see if I can see that one slot machine going?
Roll spot hidden for me.
Yeah, okay.
Or you could just look directly towards the source of the noise.
No, you need to.
It's
It's hidden.
Have you ever been into a casino before? If you're standing on the side, you're not going to be able to pinpoint one slot machine from, hundreds.
Yeah, one time
But I can.
a Wizard of Oz Munchkin game stole $80 from me in a single roll.
Oh,
That's-
no.
That sounds
It was
about
just
right.
a normal success.
With a normal success, you do see at the far back of the casino, it looks like there's like a figure sitting at one of the machines, and the lights are like going off, but it's like all the way across the room. You'd have to walk all the way through the casino.
I'll bother with that later. Fate. Room
Guys,
open.
The door is ajar, which has never been the case. Ever.
I still feel like maybe we should give a courtesy knock.
Yeah, I agree. Anderson, knock.
I don't want to knock, you knock.
You're at the front. Knock.
You guys know this woman.
You do it.
You know how to knock on a door.
Fucking all right. I give it a little knock.
You hear, come in.
Okay.
All right, I like slowly and very carefully push the door open and like kind of peep my head in before stepping in.
Fate is standing, and it looks like she was almost like pacing because she's sort of sideways with her arms crossed and her head bent down, and she turns a little bit just so you can see a glance of that mirror as she sees the three of you, and she goes, "Oh yes, I was wondering when you'd be stopping by.
Did you?
Hi, how are the three of you?"
That's a question to be not answered, really.
Tonight's certainly a night. I'll definitely say that aloud.
That is very fair. I'm so sorry. I had no idea that they were going to do this. Obviously, I would have said something.
Who is they?
Who?
Oh, did they? I saw them talk to you. Heaven has invaded, more or less. They, there's the treaty and all of that, and we always knew that hell was like this, but heaven has never done anything like this before. And what's the name? Sammy.
Sammy, it's Sammy.
No, it's not Sammy. It's Samuel. That's what it is. Samuel. Yes. The angel Samuel has descended down. I have absolutely no idea how. That should quite literally not be possible. And has more or less invaded Atticus. And
Samuel.
It's more or less my fault. I'm so sorry.
How is it your fault?
Well, first of all, working with you over the last more 3 years that we actually did frequently work together, but over the last 10 or so, this is hard to explain. I'm sorry. So, a very, very long time ago, eons ago, I was an angel myself. I had a different name. I was now a concept, and I didn't know about humans that well. We knew of them, but we didn't really know much about them. They were pretty new. And when it became clear that someone needed to oversee them to make sure that, both sides weren't exactly sticking their fingers in the pie, I was chosen. And I was appointed fate, and I have been here ever since. I can't leave. I can't go back to heaven, and frankly, I can't see heaven at all. So I had no idea this was happening, coming, and it is definitely a defiance of my will that Atticus Rivers is more or less bent on a path of destruction, and will kill herself and this entire world if we don't stop her.
Oh, aren't like angels and like heaven supposed to be like the good thing, like not destructive?
You would assume in general, yes, that is what heaven has followed their doctrine since the treaty was signed in the first place. But the one thing they cannot stand are the demons, of course. And I don't know what straw broke the metaphorical camel's back, but the fact that they've sent Samuel here it's pretty fucking bad. It's really bad. Angels inherently care about humans, but they're toxic to them as well.
Like, shouldn't be in a relationship with them toxic, or like
overwrite your bodily functions and destroy you on an anatomical level.
Uranium.
Toxic.
Like,
yeah, like uranium.
Ooh, that's bad.
So, I don't mean to scare you, but I do want you to understand the severity of what is happening this moment. The secondary moon in the sky, I don't know how or why that's here. That's also from heaven.
Is the moon also an angel?
No. The moon is more or less just a moon.
You think if
just a moon.
You think if we go knock on it, they'll go home?
No, but yeah, I know how to fix all of this. All of this can be fixed. It is just a matter of time at this point, and time is the one thing we don't really have.
Why the hell did they wait 10 fucking years to do this shit?
They waited 100 years. You know how long demons have been messing with humanity, even though they swore they'd never do it? Both sides swore they'd never do it.
Yeah, I mean, I figured that, like, a lot of them coming out and walking around in the general public a decade ago might have been a significant thing, but that happened a fucking decade ago. God, like, get it together. What are you fucking snail mailing things around here?
So, time, right? You can fix this if you have time.
I can't fix this, but I do know who can. The only concept who has ever been able to directly interfere in the lives of humans. Ever. And that is my older brother. His name is Order. And I have been trying to get in contact with him. I've been trying to request an audience with him. But as I am stuck here, I cannot go into his realm. I'm just waiting for him to get back to me, essentially. But he can come to Earth. He can undo all of this. He can send the moon back. He can send Samuel back. He can remove any corruption that Atticus has suffered at this point before it gets irreversible.
Where's he at?
He's in his room, and I'm trying to get there. But there's a reason I was more or less hoping and assuming you'd be stopping by, and that is because I need to ask you to find Atticus and to please keep them busy, and not destroy the world if you can, while I get order to come fix this.
Well, what do angels like to do aside from take over people and make them turn to dust?
Turn to dust? No. There's only one reason Samuel is here, and that is to remove the demonic presence from Earth. I guarantee you. In fact, the last I checked in with Atticus before he, I guess in your terms, blocked my sight, I can no longer see him, or her, or them, it, well, I don't know, was that they were heading into town, specifically the center of town, where many demonic things occurred. So that's about where we're at, and I do apologize because of my involvement with you, painted a target on all of your backs. Because though I'm not an angel anymore, I still have angelic properties. And so the several times that I gave Atticus a hug, Cornelius, I gave you a high five, I imbued you with angelic magic. More or less fate touched.
I mean, that's pretty sick, but I guess it sucks.
It makes you a great conduit for angelic magic. If you were to take the soul of an angel and shove it into any other human, pretty much instant death. Really instantaneous. But Atticus, even you, Phoebe, have been around me, the magic here, demons. You've become incredible conduits for magical repression. It's a problem.
Okay.
Anderson, you're kind of fine.
Let's assume for a second that we can find Samuel, if you will, and convince them to come with us, which, by the way, already tried that. Didn't go so well.
No. I don't need you to take them anywhere. I just need you to find out where they are and ideally stay with them buy us time. That's what I'm asking of you. I do myself, but I can't leave.
Buy you time? How much?
However long it takes to get order here. He is as old as creation itself. And he is a very complicated entity.
No.
I haven't spoken to him in 10,000 years, Anderson.
I don't have time for celestial politics. Right now, there is some sort of angelic monster taking over my sister, which, by the way, if we spend time, that sounds like it puts us at risk, too, of total bodily destruction. Let us talk to him. We can have a word with the big guy.
He lets out a small, sad laugh, and she goes, I would love to. I would love to. I think that would actually be, that'd probably be faster. But also, would be an absolute disaster. It would be unheard of to send living humans into a conceptual realm that, there's a lot of reasons I can't send you there.
Phoebe, Cornelius, you gotta back me up here.
I mean, I will say Cornelius and I have been in a conceptual realm, technically. We've been in Time's library.
You were invited to Tempest's library. Yes, let me be clear. Tempest and I were made. We were specifically made for humans. Tempest a little bit more of his own making, whereas I was quite literally designed. But we're guardians. We have no ability to interfere directly, and in doing so, causes absolutely massive, enormous consequences that my brother, Tempest, has recently learned. So messing with the natural order of how things are done, I cannot send you into Order's realm. I cannot. You would either not come back, you might die, you might simply cease to exist. And that would not be very helpful to you.
It sounds like it's the same thing if we do that or if we go to talk to Sammy. Again, we're putting ourselves at risk here, but we don't have... You haven't talked to this man in 10,000 years. How long is it going to take you? Hours, days, months, years? Years are a drop in the fucking bucket to this guy. You need human urgency.
Well, I think maybe we should let fate take care of that one, because I feel like that one's maybe a little bit more physically imminently harmful to us than being near Atticus, who has an angel inside her, because it wouldn't be in us. So I guess Atticus is like a barrier, but I think that might be a little easier to tackle than wrangling in the concept of order.
Atticus
You know?
is a bit of a barrier. Yes, she is quite literally a vessel. She has whatever he did. I don't know how he did it, um, but he stripped Samuel of their body and sent them to Earth somehow. I don't know how he did it, but it's the soul of an angel inside of your sister.
Pouring soup from a can
Unless
into
What?
unless Samuel
Soup. from a can to a cup. I don't.
That is exactly what happened. Yeah, he poured angelic soup right into your sister. Now,
That's disgusting.
Don't ever say that again.
We gotta go
I'm so
spill
sorry.
Atticus.
No.
No, we
Fate-
gotta spill the angel soup out of Atticus.
How much time would we be able to spend around Atticus?
in as much as you want, as long as she doesn't directly use her magic on you, as long as she doesn't directly attack you. More or less, she's breaking down from the inside. That is the problem. Not that she is going to infect any of you.
So the soup is just too hot.
The soup's way too hot.
I don't like this analogy any longer. I regret it.
Can Anderson mentally magic connect? I know they do that sometimes. Like, would that be fine? Is it only if
Well,
Sammy?
I don't really understand how it would work.
Okay, maybe don't.
Frankly,
maybe don't
it's a
psychic
demon
think.
It's a demon power. I don't know if you'd be connecting to Sammy or a Sammy Atticus duo. Atticus isn't like gone or dead. She's still in there. So, if you want to try it, I sincerely doubt anything terrible would befall.
Oh, you don't see it in my fate, do you? That something
I don't
terrible
re-
would befall me?
Order can fix it later if something horrible goes wrong. It's fine.
Do you see anyone's fate anymore? Fate?
Yes, Anderson. I still see everyone's fate.
Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Because, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't our fate we were supposed to die 8 years ago? The human race was supposed to be extinct?
Do you perhaps know why that was supposed to have occurred?
I assumed it was because of fucking Jace.
Yes, Jace summoned every demon here, started a demonic invasion, which prompted an angelic invasion, which wiped out the human race. And that was changed. Fate changes. Whether it should, whether it's supposed to, it simply does. Not everything is set in stone, Anderson, which is why I'm asking for your help before the world ends, which is where I currently see it going.
One more thing. Where does order reside?
He lifts her arm up and draws back the large purple curtain, which has sort of backdropped her throne this entire time, throne, chair, whatever. She pulls it all the way back and reveals this ancient stone door. It is huge. It reaches up to the ceiling, and it has this like giant intricate lock in place, writing that you don't understand, markings, hieroglyphs. It's really intricate. It's like formed out of like a green mossy rock. It's beautiful. And she goes, "He is here.
He's right over there.
If I could open the door, yes."
Have you tried knocking?
Just gonna say
Oh,
that.
I didn't try that. You can feel the sarcasm as she goes, puts a hand to her little headlight ear and goes, "No, actually that didn't work.
hang on a minute. Hang on. I go over. I'm gonna knock on the door.
You knock on the door.
Hello? Order. Is that his name? Order?
His name is Order.
Order. Phoebe, Cornelius, come over here. Hang on. I need you guys.
Maybe if we all knock Smalley, he'll hear us.
Exactly.
Cornelius
Get-
comes over and helps knocking.
Get your knock on.
I don't actually think I want to touch anything in here anymore, just in case.
All right, well, Cornelius and I are knocking on the doors.
Myself up at this point, it's whatever.
It is like spraying little bottles of like hand sanitizer and just like
Order!
puts it on the ground. She's like, all right, well, as much as I would love to continue this, I do actually have to attempt to get in contact with my brother for real this time. So if you wouldn't mind, would you please leave? And I will contact you in about 12 hours. No, wait, what time is it? 17 hours.
7.
You have a watch?
She looks at her bare wrist.
She looks at her bare wrist and
time
she
is it?
shows it to you, Phoebe, and it just says 17 hours on it.
That's really cool.
It
Okay.
fades back into her like skin. She's like,
Ew.
yeah.
Anderson sees that and leaves. He leaves.
Well,
So Phoebe and Cornelius, she leans down and she goes, I would like to reiterate, this is a very special circumstance. I don't ever want to see Anderson Rivers in here again unless the circumstances continue. Am I clear?
That is
Yeah.
so fair. So fair.
Okay.
what's
Thank you.
just real quick, what's up with the little guys out there? Are they like
Oh,
holding down the
that's
fort?
if
Is that it?
that's if Sammy tries anything in the red velvet. There
Okay.
is
And there's no one else here right now because of that.
sort of. I think you'll find out probably later, Cornelius.
I don't like how that was said. But I think instead of inquiring, I'm just gonna leave.
Okay. Goodbye. I'm again horribly, horribly sorry.
Yeah, I mean it is what it is.
I
I wave goodbye.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I know it's been like a while, but like we're still kind of used to this. And Phoebe also waves on her way out.
She shuts the door firmly behind you, and you hear like a thick lock click.
Okay.
Bye.
Can I see if that person is still there?
Yeah, actually, the machine is still going off, but you are still standing in this like line of dudes.
How tall are they?
They come up to your knee.
I want to step over them and walk
Oh.
over to the other person because I'm curious.
Great, you make to do that, and three of them hold their knives up to you, and they're like,
Oh, excuse
gotta
me.
go.
I forgot
No,
my.
no,
So
no, no.
please,
You
please.
have
I
to-
forgot my
no,
soup over
time
there.
to go.
Please. Oh, but I'm
You
so
did not
hungry. My
forget your
soup is
soup.
over there.
Cornelius,
Yes, I did.
get out
How
of
do
the
you know?
velvet.
I left my soup.
We watched you walk in!
No, you didn't. I don't know any of you people.
Cornelius, get out.
Okay, I'll get out. But who's that? And I'm pointing.
They're like, Cornelius,
Who is that? You can't tell me that you don't expect that I'm going to be so curious and nosy that there's one person here when not even Snoop is here.
maybe it is Snoop.
What?
Can I try and shove past them?
If you want to fucking risk it.
But what would I need to roll?
You have to make a strength check with at
Can
least
you
a hard
roll
success
parkour?
because they are actively trying to stop you.
It's
No,
fine.
they're actively trying to stop me.
That's true. Can I get a bonus dice because they're distracted?
No, there's three of them stopped to talk to Cornelius. There is a line of them to the door.
It's fine. I got a hard
Nice.
success. Anderson's
You got
a
a hard
strong boy.
success. Fuck. Okay. You go to kick one, and he holds his knife up to you, and you just do a quick little doot and kick the knife right out of his hand, and then barrel over him. And you hear four of them go, "Hey, you stop that!"
Come on, Cornelius!
and-
Come on, let's go!
I'm jumping.
Yeah, great. Okay, the two of you make it to the casino floor, and now you have a small mob of these little elves.
Phoebe
behind
doesn't
you.
come too.
Phoebe's like,
Do you want to risk it, or are you staying on the path?
You can stay. It's okay.
Yeah, Phoebe's gonna start walking towards the door. Like she's like, "Okay, guys, have fun."
She's like, I got my own car. I can leave.
Phoebe goes for the door, and all the elves are just like, "Why can't you be more like Phoebe?" As a bunch of them are chasing after you with the knives pointed at you.
Oh man.
It's because
Hey,
Phoebe's a
wait,
distinguished blade.
Hey guys, don't stab my friends though. That's not cool.
Yeah, no, that would really suck if you guys stabbed us. It would really hinder the whole plan. Please don't.
It really suck if you didn't get the fuck out.
Sorry, I got
we
my
just
soup.
we gotta talk to mysterious man over here. I bet it's Order. Has Order been playing in your fucking casino this whole time? Fate's up to. I run up to the man as I'm grumbling about Fate and Order.
Okay, you guys make it all the way to the back of the casino. It's not a man. It is a young woman sitting in a 50s style poodle dress, flipping coins into a machine. And she looks over and she goes, "Cornelius?
Hello.
What are you doing in here? Did you die?"
No.
Are you Order? Open your door.
I'm not Cornelius. It's so good to see you again. Sorry, you probably don't recognize. And then someone cuts him off, and they're like, "Get out of the red velvet!"
Get out of my face! I turn around and I'm like yelling at them. I'm like trying to.
They stick a knife in your throat, or stick a knife like up to your throat, and they're like,
In your throat.
they're like,
Anderson is dead.
they're like, "Leave, or we will make you."
I guess we've got to leave.
The woman like looks as she's like, well, I'll see you tomorrow, probably."
Yeah, I think we're due back in, he looks at his, empty wrist and says 17-ish hours or something.
Oh, I meant at my funeral.
Oh.
But you know.
Huh? Adelaide?
She goes, "Yeah," and then you're now being shoved.
Shit! Fuck!
Wait, why is she here? Huh? I have so many questions.
And they keep shoving, and they're just like, "Get out, or I will permanently ban you and your souls from ever coming back here. I don't care what fate says. I don't care."
I don't think you can do
Why
that.
is this woman allowed in here? Who the fuck? What, she's old, so you let her gamble here while no one else is here? You guys are the worst, Anderson is saying as he's like being shoved out.
Yeah, hey, Anderson, can you make a... Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me.
I don't think this game has saving throws.
Alright, make a Constitution check, I guess.
Alright, I'll do that. That is an extreme success.
Great. As you're screaming at them, one of the elves just goes, "Fuck this guy," and stabs his knife right into your leg. It's right into your prosthetic leg.
Oh.
You're totally fine.
I have like that phantom limb thing for a second where I'm like, "Ah, fuck," and I look down, I'm like,
Oh, it's fine.
I like
And
rip it out.
his
Cornelius
like
is
the knife is
horrified.
like all bent. The elf looks fucking horrified as well, and he's like, "What the fuck are you?"
Oh my god.
I'm keeping this. Can I roll intimidation?
Yeah, okay, go ahead. Take a bonus point.
Gets stabbed, does not bleed. I'm keeping this.
That's a hard success.
Great. The little elf just goes, it's all yours, man." And he like backs up, and the rest of the mob is just like, "Okay, but his other leg probably doesn't do that. So like, get out, or we're gonna test it."
I start running.
What do you guys like to know?
Zoinks!
And you guys are unceremoniously pushed out. And one of the elves, gnomes guys, at the front is just like, "That's the last time we let you in here without any coffee. Fuck you guys." And they slam
Duncan's
the door.
Fuck you!
I didn't even do anything.
And you've been unceremoniously ejected.
Why was Adelaide Lane allowed to partake in the
Wait,
casino
that was
games?
Adelaide?
Yeah, it was Adelaide.
Why? Wasn't
no.
did maybe freshly deceased get good privileges?
I don't know, maybe she's like related to someone or something. I have no
Maybe-
fucking idea. This town
Maybe
is
that's Yeah, maybe she's got like some aid with fate or order or something.
She's like 100. I think that's a pretty good reason to get in there.
Yeah, she seemed like super chill when she was alive too, so I'd imagine she has some good connections.
Yeah. Well, she said see us tomorrow at her funeral, so I'm kind of
Yeah.
interested in doing that also now too. Maybe we'll bring
No,
Sammy. We'll
no.
we'll go find Atticus, Sammy, and we'll take them with us to Adelaide's funeral.
In the vacuum?
Sure.
How are we gonna? Well, okay. Can I just present one like slight issue with this plan? What if they don't turn into dust again? What then?
Then we just
We have
hold
nothing
her
to deal with an
hand
actual
and
fucking
take her-
angel.
Atticus still has hands, I think, so we could just hold them. And then if she dusts, we can vacuum her.
Okay, fair.
It's foolproof. The states are either hands or dust.
Yeah, easy peasy.
Now we just gotta find her.
The center of town.
Yeah,
Right?
that's where we're headed, I guess.
You
Doodaloo.
guys, you guys get in your cars, zoom around town. I assume you guys are just like driving. Are you guys like on call so you can stay in contact with each other?
Yeah, I'm sure we are.
You guys drive around for a little while. Anderson, you are getting a headache.
Ow,
that's-
I'm getting
that's
a headache. Oh, my head.
But as you're driving around, it is like deathly silent. And so far, you guys don't really see any like sign of Sammy anywhere.
Ooh,
Can you like mentally connect with her or something to see if you can see her or something? I don't know how it works, really.
I barely know how it works. I don't like to do it if I don't. Okay, all right. Channeling Atticus. He's like rubbing his hands on his temples. Channeling Atticus thoughts. What is Atticus like? Women, not guns. Think of not guns, not guns.
Make a power roll for me.
Oh, I don't.
Make
I
a
don't.
thinking like Atticus roll, please.
I don't think I put anything into PAL. No.
Okay. You struggle really hard to try and connect to that link you have, and the headache as you're like pressing on the link that you know is there is getting worse, but you can't make anything out.
Can I push it?
You can push the roll.
I'm just gonna get a migraine.
His
If you
head's
push-
gonna explode.
If you push the roll, there might be consequences.
Well, yeah, you're supposed to tell me what the consequences are going to be.
Oh, my bad. Okay, well,
You
if
get a
you push the
nosebleed.
roll, you will get a nosebleed. You will take a little bit of like psychic mental damage, like just actual physical damage, and you will not be able to access the link at all for the rest of today.
Oh, for the rest of the day? Fuck that!
It's okay, it's only 9 p.m. It's probably like 10 at this point.
That is a failure.
Okay. You suck it up and you press even harder. Like you really dig in. You've never ever tried to connect to your sister this hard before. And you hit a wall. In your own mind, you physically hit what feels like this unbreakable black wall. And you snap back into your own mind hard, and that headache is now a migraine buzzing in the back of your head, and your nose is bleeding.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I think I pushed it too hard.
Okay.
Is he-
You can also
don't do that
take-
again.
Go ahead and take 3 points of damage for me.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck. Oh.
There's a. If you dig in the glove compartment, I think there's some napkins in there. Maybe if you peek around a little bit, you might find fucking ibuprofen. That's all I can offer you.
Do I find
Phoebe,
ibuprofen?
like, I assume Phoebe's like on speakerphone with you guys because we were on call. I'll be like, hey,
Yeah.
what is it? Are you good? What happened?
My fucking... Oh. The link I have with Atticus. Oh. Fuck. Oh.
No, did anybody try like just calling her?
Calling her.
Yeah, like call her on her phone? Did
Whose
she?
phone is on speaker right now?
Cornelius's phone's on speaker.
All right, I grab it because Cornelius is technologically illiterate. And I say, hang on, there's no way. There's no fucking... And I add Atticus to the call.
Rings a few times, and then someone picks up. And you hear for like a pretty far away someone go, "Hello?
Hello?
Hello? What is this?
Who is this?
Does it
My
sound
name
like
is
Atticus?
Sammy." It sounds like Atticus, but it sounds like Atticus
Wrong.
is doing a really bizarre impression of someone.
I slap Cornelius on like the chest. I'm like, that's the asshole.
Shh.
What?
Who is
wait,
this? What is
Hey,
this?
Sammy,
This is
where?
fantastic.
Atticus.
Hello?
Atticus? Sammy? Hello?
Samuel.
So someone gets real close and they're like, "Hello?
Yes,
What
that's
is
Hello?
do that. Yes.
Oh, this is a phone. Hi.
Hi.
If you don't mind me asking, I just had a quick little question.
How can I help you?
We're trying to find you.
Me?
Yeah, we wanted to hang out.
Who is this?
This is Jim from accounting.
James McAvoy?
Uh,
I'm like
yeah.
nodding.
Yeah, sure.
James McAvoy. I hate to inform you, but I, Atticus Rivers, am married to a woman. And
That's
therefore,
okay.
I am not
I'm-
interested in procreation with you.
Oh, I'm not either. I'm married to a man. It's me,
Oh,
James
congratulations.
McAvoy.
James McAvoy. That is delightful. Well, unfortunately, I, Atticus Rivers, am definitely Atticus Rivers. And
Samuel!
I am very, very busy this evening.
Samuel.
Sammy?
Who's there?
Uh,
Who just called? Excuse me. What did you just say?
Sorry, those are the psychic rats that live in this town.
Samuel. Buddy. Old pal.
Samuel. My name is Sam Anderson Rivers. I know that voice. Anderson
Oh,
Rivers.
you done it now.
Stay out of my head.
Fine. Where are you?
I'm not interested in arguing with you for another 20 minutes.
We don't
Anderson
need to
Rivers.
argue. We don't need your... We're on the same side.
We are, actually. You might not truly believe that, but we are.
No, you
So then if we're on the same side, let us help you.
want to stop the demons. Yeah.
Yes.
That's
I
admirable. That's
How do you know I want what I've come here to do?
because no one comes into fucking Sensiba unless it's about the demons.
Yeah, he is right.
You are emphatically correct. This town is riddled with demon magic. This person, everyone here is riddled with demon magic.
Yep.
Even this body. It's absolutely ludicrous.
Big problem going around. An epidemic, one might say.
Not if I have anything to do with it.
Right,
So,
yeah. And that's
wanna
great.
hand?
if I tell you where I am, you're just going to try and capture me again.
And then, but with the...
Well, I mean, like, didn't you turn into dust last time? How would we do that?
Yeah, how on earth would we stop
We
someone who
kinda
can turn
sort of
into
sweep
dust?
You out of the air with a broom? Absolutely not.
That's ridiculous.
Can you both make a persuasion check for me?
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll persuasion or fast talk?
So yeah, you know what, Anderson, you can roll fast talk.
Oh, where'd my character sheet go? This is the worst day of my life. Good thing I put so many points into fast talk.
I got an extreme success.
And I got a hard success.
Great. Sammy pauses for a second and says, "All right. I understand why you would be perhaps a bit overprotective of this form. I am currently... what is this place? It says Harvey's Haunted Hotel. That is where I currently am."
The chain of Halloween themed hotels. That's where you're staying. There's no actual... Okay, yeah, sure, great, let's go. We'll see you soon.
The phone hangs up.
Wow, I can't believe they figured out how to turn it off. That's impressive.
Yeah, that
They're better
was
than you.
impressive.
Better than me? What? Get out of my car. Maybe we don't call them Samuel when we see them.
Yeah, sure. I'll make sure to do that, James McAvoy.
Listen, first of all, I panicked. Second, listen, I quite literally don't know anything about angels, but I'm just gonna say my theory. Trans angels. That's my theory here. Is they don't. That's a no name. Don't do that again.
Sammy is fine. Phoebe, where is Harvey's Haunted Hotel?
Hold on. Let me put my computer use skills to use here.
Computer
Takes my
use
laptop
skills.
out while driving my car.
Also, computer.
She got the phone add-on, the computer add-on.
Yeah.
She opens Bling.
She opens Bling on her laptop. That's
She opens Bloogle Bing on her.
Bloogle Bing.
Bling.
Bloogle Bling on
They
her.
merged in
car
2027. Bloogle bought Bling.
Did their search engine get so much worse?
No, it got infinitely better. It's kind of crazy.
You only get 3 search results now. And
And
none
they're
of
exactly what you need.
the Phoebe's experience is quite the opposite.
She doesn't know how to Google search.
Yeah, apparently not.
Google. She doesn't know how to Google search.
She doesn't know how to Bloogle Bling. So she Bloogle Blings Harvey's Haunted Hotels. And this one time she actually gets it right, I guess, because she pulls up the directions.
Right.
Hey, it's 1, 2, 3. I don't know.
It's 1,
I
2,
don't
3
know.
downtown street number.
Just put it in your
6.
GPS. Why are you asking me?
Oh yeah,
You're literally holding my phone, just up Google Maps.
I pull up Bloogle Bling maps.
My favorite search engine. Bloogle Bling.
And yeah, we go to Harvey's Haunted Hotel.
Coincidentally, it's like a 2-minute drive down the road. Turns out you're right. It's right there on Main Street. You just got to keep going down. And sure enough, as you pull around to the corner, you do now see someone standing directly outside the building. And it looks like Atticus.
There they are. There they are.
Okay, I pull up and I roll my window down and I'm like, hey, Sammy?
Atticus, who is wearing what looks like thin pajamas, no shoes, and no coat despite the cold weather, is now very dirty looking and also like has weird blood stains along her like lower abdomen of her shirt. And she goes, "Hello, Cornelius Miller, Phoenix Ballo, I'm assuming is in there somewhere, Anderson Rivers."
Well, Phoebe's in her own car.
Phoebe pulls up.
Oh,
Phoebe
hello,
also pulls up.
hello, Phoenix Ballo, she says to the car, even if it doesn't pull his window down.
Phoebe like pulls the window down like halfway through that, and she's like, "Hi, what's with your what happened?"
I know what happened. Can I like sit you down and maybe patch
No, what?
Atticus up a little bit? No, I mean I know you're probably fine, but like Atticus's body
Oh,
isn't
no, that's
great.
fine. I already fixed that. Not to worry.
What do you
And
mean?
She like lifts up the hem of her shirt, and there's like a very smooth, clean scar along the lower part of Atticus's stomach, surgical with the C-section scar. It's not bleeding anymore. If it was, which it looks like it was at one point, is now weirdly, strangely, completely healed.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, that's good. It's still cold out, so do you maybe want to get in the car and warm up a little bit?
No, that's quite all right. I'm perfectly fine. Now, can I help you? Can I
mean, like,
say anything to make you go away? The faster I can do this, the sooner you can have her back. I've said this before. I'll say it again. I don't mean to cause harm, to hurt her. I literally, whatever happens while I'm here, I'm more than happy to make sure that Atticus is alive and well. I just need to erase the demon presence from specifically this town. I'm not really looking for a whole world kind of a deal with the moment. Just this town is a cesspool of demonic energy, and frankly, we can't ignore it anymore.
Okay. Well, we can help you find the demons, I guess. But
Are the demons in the room with us right now?
She rolls her eyes. She goes, Anderson Rivers, there are no demons here specific. Well, they're here somewhere. I'm not really concerned with the moth demons in this town at the moment. They will eventually be an issue, but I'm more so talking about this. And she runs her hands down, and as she does, these like white tendrils of light, sort of like almost like when you're plucking a harp, like pluck into a view, and there's this like inky red goo like interwoven running down. And she goes, I am literally talking about the fabric of reality here. I'm trying. She wipes some of the red stuff off. She's like, I'm trying to get it all out. There's just so much everywhere.
At Harvey's haunted hotel.
Oh, you would not believe the history this place has. It was probably a hotbed for demonic activity. What year is this now? What human year is this?
2030.
Almost nearly 100 years ago.
At this cheap theme hotel.
I think this is like the first
Yes.
one.
This is the first one?
Yeah.
Yes, do you see all the penis shapes? Whoever designed this hotel was apparently very intrigued by penises. And then later, after the demonic invasion of, 1927, 1928? I'm bad with human years. After the demonic invasion, they rebranded as a spooky theme, which was fitting.
Just thought it was because they thought penis was scary.
Yeah, penis is scary, but
I've never seen a human penis, so I wouldn't know.
It's he like motions to
it's like, you know,
all.
it's literally all around.
like
you.
vaguely that.
And she's like, it's very scary.
Probably not that big, though. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah, no,
not
it's
that big.
It's scaled up a little.
Not
bit,
to scale. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, what can I do to just prove to you three that I'm not going to live in this body forever? I'm not here to do anything that's harmful to humans. I'm trying to help you.
Well, that's fine. However, our friend did just have 2 children. So it is a bit concerning when an angel from heaven shows up and takes her. So it would just, I mean, like, it would just make us feel better maybe if we could, like, tag along.
I can't bring you everywhere I'm going to go. I'm literally going to fly around and, the sky. There's a lot. You're delicate
What if you
little
just like got
humans.
in the? What if you just got in the truck and we like drove you around places?
No,
It's not as fast as flying around, but
no, and it's I feel like I'm just going to have this conversation with the three of you. Look at Anderson Rivers right there. He's clearly not, and I'm not buying any of this. I don't know what your plan is.
No.
it's not that he's not buying it. It's that you're possessing his sister.
Fuck. Sammy, right? That's your name?
Yeah. Yes.
You ever been to Earth, Sammy?
No.
No.
Now, yes, actually, yes, I have. That's incorrect. I am currently on Earth.
You're currently on Earth. Never been before.
No, angels are not supposed to come to Earth.
No, you're not. You're not.
No.
You're not going to be able to get anything done looking like that, dressed like that. What you are right now is conspicuous.
When it's daytime, everyone's gonna stop you.
I'm surprised people aren't stopping you right now. You got blood on your shirt. You got no shoes. Those are important. By the way, most places don't let you in if you're not wearing shoes. Now, you seem like a reasonable angel. if you need the body of my sister, let us buy you a hotel room.
For what?
To keep up appearances. All right? You're going to draw so much fucking attention to yourself. All right? How many days do you need?
Well, if I wasn't continuously interrupted and there weren't so many
Interruptions.
humans
See? Not just from us, from everyone.
Mostly from you.
For now. How many days? Give me a time frame.
I should be done in 3 days.
Great. Now, you're not going to like this, but there's one catch. Now,
what?
In order to keep up appearances, you're going to need a place to stay, right? A human flying around in dirty pajamas, that's not going to fly. But a human who lives in a hotel room for a few days, that's typical. That's very normal. All right? You're going to blend in like nobody's business.
They glance up at the penis hotel. They're like, can I stay in the phallic penisdom?
Yes. But
Sure.
Here's the human catch. It's a real nasty one.
Okay.
Now, when you get a room at these places, you're essentially signing an unwritten social contract that you must be found here every night. You have to be here. It's like a temporary prison, and then at 6 a.m. the doors fly open and they let you out. But you need to, like, if, for example, someone wanted to come check on you, see where you were, you'd have to be here.
It would alter my time frame by a substantial amount.
Fine, I'll get you 6. I'll get you a week. How's a week?
I know it would alter your time frame. However, it would be keeping up appearances unless people would distract you during the daytime.
Very important. Got to keep up appearances.
Sammy shifts uncomfortably, and they say, I don't really know if it would be smart for me to stay much beyond 3 days. And as they're pondering this, tears start coming out of Atticus's eyes, and they're not like regular tears. It's a little hard to see, but they're like streaking her face gray. And Atticus doesn't seem to be visibly reacting to it. She's just crying heavily while thinking, and she's like,
You good there, bud?
Well, I'm thinking, Anderson Rivers.
Do you angels think when they... Did they cry when they think?
What? Oh no. She touches her cheek and looks, and she goes, oh, that's very strange. No, that's probably just Atticus.
Well, just like a quick little concerned question, because humans normally don't cry gray. Normally it's clear.
I stand behind that. I probably shouldn't stay longer than what is now probably about 72 hours. It's, let me put this as gently as I can, maybe not healthy. So I am going to probably pass on your locked in a room social situation. Mostly because I don't also need to sleep. So if I can do this faster, she wipes more of the tears off her face. I can probably just leave sooner. Probably.
Okay, well, in that case, can you promise us that you'll keep your phone, Atticus's phone, with you and answer if we call you?
Oh, certainly. I did. She holds it up, and it's absolutely smashed. She goes, I pressed the button, the big red one, and the screen cracked. Is that normal?
I touched the home button. Does it still light up?
No.
Okay. I hand her my phone, and I say, now,
That's it.
maybe don't press the button as hard. If
She
you,
taps
or
it
maybe
again.
does the screen shatter?
Doesn't shatter this time, but you do hear your phone groan a little bit.
Ooh, okay. Wow, you're very strong.
Well, I think it's been. Hey, Cornelius, do we need to wet jet?
Um,
Hey, Phoebe, should we wet jet? Wet jet out of here? You know, that classic human expression.
If you guys gotta go wet jet, have at it. I'm gonna shake our friend here's hand. And I go to shake Sammy's hand gently, please, God, gently. My
He
bones are
holds out.
very breakable.
He holds out his hand and he gives you a shake, and he goes, "Is this normal?" I'm sorry, they.
Yes. People do it sometimes, not all the time. I just, we've met for the first time, I guess, formally.
While that's going on, I'm like backing towards the truck. Like I'm facing her. I'm backing up, and I'm looking to see if Phoebe's doing the same.
Phoebe, I guess, it wasn't established, but I guess is out of her car, and she's doing the same. I guess, backing up with you.
All right. So we both press up against the back of the truck. I like look at Phoebe like, we doing this?
Should we?
She's in there still.
Yeah, but like we could just keep track of them with the phone. If we do this, they might never speak to us again and we won't be able to find them.
We won't need to find them if they're in the vacuum.
How do we know it's going to work and not completely just kill Atticus?
I don't like those tears
Cornelius
either.
still shaking hands with Sammy.
Cornelius is desperately trying to keep Sammy distracted with the handshake and is like, sometimes
Sammy's
they
still
last
going.
this long, and it's
Sammy's
okay.
Sammy's like, human customs are fascinating, Cornelius Miller. You are.
Check
Thank you for showing this.
It's called a hug. I go in for a little hug. Question mark.
They give you a squeeze and your back creaks.
Maybe a little lighter.
Atticus or Samicus pats you on the back a little lightly and says, "I am sorry, Cornelius Miller. I don't mean to cause you and your family any discomfort in this time."
I know. It's just it's a culture difference, I guess. Probably
it's a culture difference.
I grab the
They're still
vacuum.
hugging. Great. You now have your electric vacuum.
I grab the electric vacuum. I start running. I hold the vacuum up so like the end of it is like forward, and I turn it on.
Okay. You start. It starts sucking as you approach.
At full
Cornelius,
speed.
Oh, okay. Yeah. As you run at them, how do you want to do this? You want to like run into Sammy?
I want to press the end of the vacuum up against Sammy.
Okay. You press the vacuum up against Sammy, and they turn to look at you a little confused. And the vacuum catches Atticus's thin shirt and starts trying to like basically rip it off. And Sammy's like, "What are you doing?"
That's not a normal human tradition. I think he's just weird.
You need to stay where we can find you.
Or you're going to suction off my shirt, which tears even further now.
I flipped the vacuum off.
Sammy goes, "That was very strange." And her shirt is like in tatters. Thankfully she's wearing a bra, so it's nothing's hanging out. But her stomach is kind of exposed. It's just half ripped off of one side. And she goes, "Well, do you think I'll still be inconspicuous if I walk around like this? Or is this maybe worse?"
No, this is worse. Significantly worse.
Here, hold on. Cornelius opens the back door to the truck and rummages around and pulls out.
Oh, I run over. No, I see him do that. I run over and I say, "Oh, would you look at that? No extra clothes."
geez. Yeah.
That's
I mean,
all right. Sammy just takes off the shirt.
No!
He's like,
No,
"This is
that's
probably
even worse.
fine."
That's even worse.
Worse.
So many people are gonna stop you. You're gonna get arrested. Please, you want to get in, and we'll take you to Atticus's house and get some clean clothes on you, and shoes, so that way you can go to places because a lot of places don't let you go in with shoes off.
I go with you. Get some shoes and a new shirt. Will you please leave me alone?
Sure, you just have to.
I will keep you. I will keep your fun. I will keep your fun little talk box in my pocket. I will
Excellent.
try not to break it again.
Thank you.
I will go with you if you do not try to suction my shirt off again, Anderson.
I can say with 100% certainty, I am not going to try and suction your shirt off again.
All right, well, that is good enough for me. How do I enter into your motor vehicle?
I stuff the shirt under the seat as far as possible so that it's not noticeable, and then I open the door wider and I gesture to the seat. And I say, you can just kind of like get in and like have a seat.
Atticus clambers in.
All right.
And then as you guys load up to take off at 10 p.m., that's probably where we'll call it for the night.
All right.
Oh, we wrangled an angel. Good job, team.
Wow, this didn't go at all like how this episode was supposed to go at all.
Big fan of Cornelius testing if Sammy was dust, and shaking hand and hugging and being like, "Yep, nope, that's a solid being." And Anderson going, "I can vacuum that."
Vacuum that, it does anyway.
I can vacuum that.
He would have gotten away with it. If she'd gotten spooked, oh, game over. Game over. Dust.
Anderson was like, "I'm trying to piss you off. So you'll turn into dust and fly the fuck away."
The hotel would have been the alternative, where at least we would have known where they are, like 8 hours of the day.
You would have had to roll an incredible persuasion check for that to have worked out, because there was no way Sammy, who doesn't need to sleep, was just going to let themselves get locked in a room for 8 hours out of the day.
Well, obviously that would have
Here I
been
go.
fast talk.
Sleeping.
Special thanks to our legendary patrons Mango, Amanda Krondar, Morgan Wolbrink, Emily Laderna, and Smarties for their continued support of the show. If you want to be a legendary patron, head on over to patreon.com/10cast for bonus features and a whole lot of other cool stuff. Tune in next week for another episode of the Dissolution of Order. Remember to rate, comment, like, and subscribe, and all that other fun stuff. Drink a lot of water. We love you guys so much. Enjoy your week. Ta-ta.